Hi, my name's Ryan, hiring guru with today's hiring tip. Today we're going to talk about, to be honest, one of my favorite subjects, ice cream. I'm going to show you how ice cream and where you buy it from is a great analogy for some of the problems that HR is kind of self-inflicted wounds for their hiring process when they look at buying software. And make sure you stick around to the end. We've got a really cool buyer's guide that will help you make the best decision when you're buying hiring software, and it's free. You can download it and use it the next time you're looking for software. All right, so like I said, I am a huge fan of ice cream. I grew up on a dairy farm, so clearly I'd put ice cream in anything. No, for real, like the hardest part of dieting is giving up ice cream for me. And I bet that you might like ice cream too. And if not, you probably at least know somebody who's crazy for ice cream, right? And so sometimes when I go out to eat, which let's be honest, I go out to eat a lot, I'm tempted to order ice cream. Maybe I go to McDonald's or In-N-Out Burger or even a fancy restaurant that has desserts. They most likely have ice cream. And so I might be tempted to get it. The thing is, the ice cream is not the same as what my other options are. It's generally not as good, and I generally have very few options to choose from. Just think about it. You go to McDonald's, you can't even get chocolate ice cream. You can get vanilla ice cream with fudge on it, but chocolate ice cream doesn't even exist at McDonald's, right? And so when you go to McDonald's, there's maybe like 4 or 5 options, and the quality of the ice cream isn't bad, but it's not the same as high quality ice cream. Now, why would I then choose to eat one of my favorite things on earth if the quality and the selection are not as good? Well, it's really simple, convenience. I'm already there eating dinner. I decide, hey, I want something sweet to finish off this quarter pounder with cheese. And so I say, well, why not get some ice cream because I love it? I am making a decision or a trade-off between quality and choice and selection versus convenience. Now, it's totally fine for me to make that trade-off, right? I can make the trade-off as long as I really am thinking through that's the trade-off I'm making. Later, I might be like, man, I wish I hadn't wasted those calories in my ice cream opportunity on McDonald's when I could have gone somewhere better. I could have gone to Cold Stone. I could have gone somewhere that served gourmet ice cream that had hundreds of flavors to pick from, that had high-quality ice cream. I could have gone somewhere else and had a better experience. But I chose convenience over that experience. Now, it might sound like a strange rant for me to go off about ice cream and it's not that big of a deal. Yes, tomorrow I could go and get better ice cream, right? But the simple fact of the matter is that we repeat this all the time, and HR is doing it a lot. And it's not just harming them for today, it's harming them for long periods of time. I was at SHRM just last week. I was talking to somebody who signed up for a piece of hiring software that they hate, but they signed a 5-year agreement on it. You see, their bad ice cream choice didn't just last one night. It's going to last them for 5 years. Think about the damage that could be done. But they don't even understand what they're sacrificing, and that's really the challenge here. When you go to look at buying hiring software, you really have 2 options or 2 choices. Option number 1 is what we call best of breed. It is a standalone hiring software package built by a company that hopefully is as passionate about hiring and software as I am. Or you have the other option of what we call end-to-end. It's usually a payroll vendor or an HRS vendor who also has hiring software and ATS. It works, it functions, it's kind of like ice cream from McDonald's. You can call it ice cream, but it's clearly not the same as Cold Stone. It's not as quality, it doesn't have as many features and bells and whistles, and so I am making a trade-off. The convenience of end-to-end, which usually has to do with a single login and a direct connection to push new hires into or from the hiring software into the HRS or payroll. But what's missing here in this decision and in the RFP if you use it, or the spreadsheet, or the meetings that you have, or when you talk this through, or when you even ask questions to the sales rep, completely missing from this is, what is the trade-off? HR folks are not asking what the trade-off is. They're not talking about what the trade-off is. They don't actually even believe there is a trade-off. But the simple fact of the matter is there is a huge trade-off. The difference between an end-to-end system from a hiring piece and a best-of-breed system is massive differences in applicant flow. I'm going to say that again because most people don't understand it and don't believe it. But there can be as much as a 5 times difference in applicant flow for the same jobs at the same companies on the same job boards between a best-of-breed hiring software package built by a company with passion and who drives innovation and somebody else who checked the box and said, oh, some people sometimes ask for hiring software. I guess we should have it just in case they ask. There are massive differences. The problem, once again, most HR folks don't know that that's what they're sacrificing. I would hope to believe that if they did, they would make a different decision. So the moral of the story, when you're buying software, especially hiring software, you need to focus not just on how easy it will make your job, but also how it will impact the results. And specifically, we're talking about applicant flow. We're talking about speed to hire. We're talking your time spent because of a lack of automation. We're talking about integration, but not just integration for new hires, integration with apply processes on job boards, deep integration with background checks and video interviews and assessment providers. All these other tools, calendaring and text messaging, all these other tools and features that come with a best-of-breed system that are lacking most of the time on an end-to-end system that will dramatically impact your results. It'll make it harder for you to compete for talent. And at the end of the day, that's really why you buy hiring software. It isn't to make your life easier in HR. It's to drive the results and engage the talent you need for your company to be successful. So, the moral of the story, make sure you evaluate the pros and the cons of making this decision. It's not all sunshine and lollipops when you buy ice cream from McDonald's. Sometimes you lose selection and you lose quality. And the simple fact of the matter is, that's what's happening as well if you don't evaluate those pieces. So I told you we would help you out with this. We have this really cool, we call it a buyer's guide. It will walk you through step by step some of the things and questions you need to ask when you're evaluating hiring software. Because it's more than just saying, do you post to the job boards? It's saying, do you actually have apply integrations? Do you manage employee referrals and can you amplify my employee referral process? Do you help consult and coach me on how to write better job ads? And so all of these things are vitally important in your decision-making process and most of the time left out. So we've made a cheat sheet that you can use. Download it from the link below or in the email that you received, and you'll be able to use this next time you evaluate hiring software, or you even use it today to figure out how bad you messed up. Because even if you have a 3-year contract or 5-year contract, it might be better from your business's perspective to change today anyway, because you simply can't miss out on all this talent. Thank you so much for watching our video today. I hope it finds you well. And until next time, good luck hiring.